It say live. Did you see it pop up on your end?
Yeah, we good.
Okay, con. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, we back at you again, Lord willing. This lesson edifying. Hey, before we get started, we're gonna give infinite honors, glory, and praise to the Most High and His Son, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostle, elders, a great millstone, rule well, teaches the truth 100%, no cut. Double shalom and salutation to I can push his word across the four winds in true faith and sincerity, giving all diligence. As the title say, we're just gonna get into a quick lesson. Well, not a quick lesson, but Lord willing, an edifying lesson. Going into the executive orders of FEMA. Just quick hits, points. To make on what's coming down the pipeline as we see everything is building up for such, man. And as well as always exhorting the household of faith, the elect, of the Lord. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, who the word calls God and Jesus Christ, man. Exhortation on top of just let you know, as the elder brother out there in Louisiana always like to say, Elder Yakin, man, they just straight the skinny of it, man, because we're facing troubling times, man, where our faith is gonna be, put to the test, more than what we face on our daily, man. Okay, so it's just a preparation, until what we're about to get into, what we're about to experience, man. And as we see how Trump is, he ain't sparing no expense. He's not holding no punches, man. 2025 open up with a bang, and there's still shots being fired off, man. All right. So I just want to quick points. I got this pulled up, going into, the executive orders of FEMA. All right. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box, and it say it's geopoliticalmonitor.com. All right. And just quick points. I'm gonna get the summary, and it reads. It says the United States Federal Emergency Management Agency has numerous detainment camps throughout the United States. Some camps have been recently constructed and are renovated and fully staffed. So they already got these things prepared, man. All right, and we see again how Trump is rolling the ball. He got ICE. Okay, they passed the law where ICE can goddamn go in and take so-called immigrants, out of their homes. Okay, out of churches, out of public places, man. Okay, school, off their jobs, so on and so forth, man. But we understand it's bigger than this, man. This is set up for all of Israel, man. Okay, this is set up for all of Israel. Those that don't conform, and ultimately you got some of these heathens as well. But their main focus is Jake, man. Okay, it says the existence of the camps coupled with presidential executive orders giving the president and Department of Homeland Security, DHS, of which FEMA is now a part of. It's a control over national essential functions in the events of catastrophic emergencies have resulted in concerns that the camps will be used to forcefully detain American citizens for unconstitutional purposes, man. So this is what lies ahead, man. And again, we see how everything is building up, all these different policies that Esau is pushing out of there. The ones that he puts out there on display, and the ones that you have to search for, or the so-called whistleblowers expose out, man. Okay, he's always passing policies to destroy the people, man. Okay, and particularly the Israelites, man, because the Constitution was never meant for Jake anyway, man. But you got something, you got it out. Go ahead, out. You
real quick, if I may, just to that point about you said you was going in about the Israelites, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. How these things are really formulated. It's for the people by and large, but specifically you Israelites. I did a video the other day and I questioned Google. I said, Google, who do the presidents blame for rising costs, inflation, the national debt, so forth and so on, what I'm talking about, high crime rates and whatnot. And I came up with this real quick, it wasn't specifically pointing out, but guess just real quick, it says,
you got it, bro.
This is it says immigration surges to top of most important problem list. And it says February the 27th, immigration has now passed the government as the most often cited problem. and we know that in America you have you already have the so-called blacks that have been here for generations. You know what I'm talking about? But here in recent years, you know what I'm saying, you have an influx of the Northern Kingdom. You know what I'm talking about? They're coming in out of the borders of Mexico. You know, whether they be Panamanians, Venezuelans, Brazilians, so forth and so on. You know, and so, like I said, when I posed that question to Google, just to get a roundabout mindset, a roundabout vision of what they say when they sit amongst the UN. Now this is being posed to the UN, and all these world leaders can go to the UN and do what? Air out their grievances and whatnot. So when they go there, this is pretty much they give explanation to the kings of the earth who fund them. You know, talking about who are they handlers, telling them, well, this, that, and the third is the reason why this debt is like this and this debt is like that. It also says right here, real quick.
You got it.
Because there was another question. I mean, there was another way it went into about democracy. Real quick, let's see if I can find it.
Ain't no such thing.
No, it ain't no such thing. And it also cited that United States supports. Let's see. It also cited right here. Here it is right here. It also cited this right here. It says America wasn't a democracy until Black Americans made it one. Listen to this. Key word being problem. It says August the 14th, 2019, faced with this unrest, the federal government decided that Black people were the cause of the problem, and for that, and that for unity's sake. There it is again.
Yeah, it is.
They talking about the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom.
Yeah.
Mind you, this man doesn't speak directly. He always speak, you know, snaking and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But they specifically said Black people were the problem. Well, was a problem.
Yep.
So again, I posed that question to Google. What do these presidents? Who do they blame when they go and sit before all these other world leaders and whatnot? They go sit before their handlers. You know what I'm talking about? Who are they to blame of why things in such a turmoil? You know, and that's just to bag your point. They blaming you, Jake.
Yep.
Whether you be a so-called Mexican or Puerto Rican, or Cuban, or Venezuelan, or Brazilian, you feel what I'm saying? They blaming you, Blake. Whether you be a so-called Black American or Caribbean American, you feel what I'm saying? They blaming your ass. Yep. And the lesson that the brothers getting into, they showing you how this man Donald Trump, which ain't nothing but a figurehead, because when he came in to office on January the 20th, he immediately sat down and started signing a stack of goddamn books. He didn't read not one of them. This is for this, sign. This is for that, sign. So that proves that your faith, your trust in the system, or whether Kamala got that seat or Trump got that seat, it didn't matter who got that seat. They're gonna sign them damn papers.
Exactly.
Executive, like you going into, they're gonna sign those executive orders. So that right there is a cut at you having a say so, and the society, the running of things. You know, to the management of society, you ain't got nothing to do with that, and that's why what's coming down the pipe. You need to be very mindful and pay attention to what's being happening, especially the next 100 days.
Exactly. Hey, and then to back your point as well, what we read now, these orders been put in play. You know, been put in play. A lot of them, Obama, the presidents before him put in play, and now they, like you saying, they steady putting in more executive orders to what? To more oppress Jake, the so-called Negro, Latino, and American, to more oppression. Because look what he just passed an executive order where he just passed a bill where now, just, you know how they had the religious and racial discrimination. Now that shit out the window, so you can get fired now. Goddamn, your boss goddamn like because you a nigga don't have to hire you because you a Jake. Oh, you believe in it? Well, it's gonna affect our business. It's gonna affect our monetary system. Mm-hmm. You know, because if you're working for us, then that's gonna stop customers from wanting to consume our product. You know, we know how Trump is. Well, we see how he act, how he move. We know how Esau is, man. You know, they always got wickedness in play, man. You know, and then they bring it out at the perfect time when Jake ass is rocked back to sleep, man. Yep. Okay. Real quick, Bob Kushah, get that Psalm 64 for me real quick.
Okay, this is let me see. This is Psalms chapter 64, and starting at the top, and it reads, it says, a psalm of David. It says, hear my voice, O Yahawah, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
Fear of the enemy. Who was the enemy, man? Who was the Israelites' main enemy, adversary? The main one, Esau, Edom, man.
Esau, Edom.
Okay, you got it, brother.
Verse 2, and it reads, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
From the secret counsel of the wicked. And what's that? Like the brother was just going into those UN meets. Yep. Okay, ain't no face for us up there. It's all against us. That's going into the crafty counsel, man. What that is, Psalms 36?
Psalms
83?
83, Psalms 83 won't grab it good.
No, I mean, you can, but that goes into it, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly
crafty counsel, man. You know, by way of what? Their policies, man, that depend. Okay, their legislations, man. Okay, it's all centered, okay, to destroy us, man. And also to keep us separated from our power, man. Okay, and then when the hell break loose, when martial law kicks in, because it's gonna happen. It ain't no conspiracy. It's prophesied in the scriptures for insurrection, sedition, you know, martial law. All that is found in the scriptures, man. Okay, it's gonna happen in a way. It's gonna be mainly towards you, Jakes, man. And the only way you're gonna be able to prolong your life within this system, you're gonna have to repent to Esau, and you repent to Esau. Okay, meaning turn it back to Esau is what? Ultimately, you taking that RFID. Okay, but the Lord say what? The Lord say what? He's going to keep those that's faithful to him from that hour of temptation, because that's all it's centered around when they go to detaining Jake and throwing people in them concentration camps, because it's got over 800 of them in the United States. Okay, over 800 of them. And like we just read, they're all functional. Some old that they renovated, some new that they're building, man. They're built. Okay. But the Lord say what? He's going to keep us from that hour of temptation, because when you get in there, it's either you're going to bow down to this system, be re-educated, so-called, okay, to the image, to the system, or your ass going, or you going to believe in YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, you're going to die for what you believe in. But ultimately, the Lord say what? Real quick, I'll get that Revelations 2 and 10 for me, Baba Kusha.
This is Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. And it reads, this is Revelation 2 and 10. And it reads, it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Right, and this is the preparation, man. You know, starting our apostle, elders, bishops on down, man. We teaching his word, exhorting, going into prophecy is to prepare you, man. As we went into yesterday, to make you ready for the battle, the spiritual battle, man. You got to have your mind in order. Have your mind intact in the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. That's why the Lord is saying, because these things are going to happen. Fear none of those things. Okay, we're not to fear these things because we've been forewarned of it, man. Okay, that's why we exhort, constantly going over these scriptures, these precepts, man, these faith boosters, prophecy. Letting you understand. Look, you got to understand that this is bigger than what we can see and what we feel, taste, and hear, man. It's about the spirit, what we believe, man. And we believe in YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. You got it, brother.
Okay. It says, fear none of those things, none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
And who is the devil? The deceiver. Esau, Edom. You guys, he got Jake in a fucking trick bag, man. Okay, but he's being exposed. The light is being shed on him by way of what these prophecies, by way of the Lord's prophets, man. And that's why he's gonna come down as he talks about with that great rap, because he know he has a short time. Why? Because he's being exposed through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Okay, you got it, brother.
He being made naked now. You know what I'm saying? Yep. It says, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried.
And what we just read, the prison, those concentration camps, man.
Yep.
That they got fully staffed. Fully staffed. Why? Because they preparing. So we have to be preparing spiritually, man. Okay, you got it, brother.
And ye shall have tribulation 10 days.
10 days. 10 days just represents numbers of completion, man. So it can be 2 days, a day, a week, however long, but you gotta be faithful, man. Regardless of how long, you got to keep your faith, strive for the truth until death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. The Lord gonna contend for you, man. You got it, brother. Salam.
It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
And that's what we seeking for, that crown of life, salvation from YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man. Immortality. Okay, palms in our hands, victory over death, victory over the beast. Okay, That's what we seeking for, man. That's why we preparing now through the Spirit, man. All right, this ain't no time again to be sitting on your hands, being idle, bullshit, and shucking and jiving. It's time to be constantly overdrive, kicking in the gear, man. Staying focused, staying balanced, man, and moving forth. Okay, but real quick, you'll get that since I quoted it. Revelation 12:12.
Okay, Con, got you. This is Revelation 12:12, and it reads. This is Revelation 12:12, and it reads. It says, okay. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Mm-hmm.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
Right.
For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
He knows that he has but a short time. Why is that? Because he's being made bare. His ass is being made naked. His lies are being uncovered. That's what it means by that. Okay, who he is, who Esau, Edom, who the wicked is, has been revealed. All right, all his secrets, everything that he got going on, like the Lord is exposing it by way of the mouth of his prophets. Okay, burning all of these lies and shit down through the spirit and power, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Esau know that the prophets are unto him. He knows that the prophets are back, and what we saying is facts. But see, he put in all that misinformation. He set up these goddamn false camps and false so-called Israelites, okay, to try and put a sway in them, man. But through the spirit, hey, the elect will not be deceived, man. Okay, we understand the agenda of this devil, man. To try and use us, say that we're conspiracy theorists, that we don't know, we just making up things off the fly. How is that when their tongues are falling upon themselves? How is that when you do the research and you dig yourself, study to show yourself approved, a wise man look as well to his going, you will see that everything that we've been saying, starting with our apostles, elders, and bishops on down, is facts. They even have it. They even wrote it down. It's in their laws, legislation. You just have to do the research. You catch certain video clips of these damn devils. Everything that we've been saying through the Spirit of the Lord, it's facts. They even admit it. But see, they understand that you dumbass Babylonians, Americans, ain't gonna do the research. You like everything quick, fast, everything given to you, man. So that's why they set up the education system. You conditioned already just to receive, to be indoctrinated, not to do your own search, not to build yourself up. You've been conditioned to be indoctrinated, to be stuck with bullshit, poison, GMO, fast food. What is that? What is that? What is that? Processed foods and shit.
Oh yeah, processed.
Like misinformation. It's no good for you. You know, but you got any points? You got it up.
Yeah. Just real quick, just backing off what you just said there. That point where they indoctrinate you, right? And just expounding on that point, they turn you into a parrot. A parrot don't sit there and think of the conversation that he's gonna have with a he just repeat what you say.
That's
you know what I'm saying? And that's when you get into the Rockefeller educational system that was started in the late 1800s. You understand that they created that system to create workers, and when you get into workers, it goes into employees, and when you get into employees, it's slaves. It's just another way to turn you into a slave. You follow what I'm saying? So like the brothers going into, these things are just a Google search away, knowing the right questions to ask. You know what I'm talking about? They have what they call in school, and when you get into college, they got what they call critical thinking. Why is it that taught in 1 through 12? Why is that not taught? You have to go to a high, you know what I'm talking about, to have critical thinking. And the only reason that's set up because they have what they call these think tanks, where they come up with, devise these ways to come up with things to be 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years, 50 years ahead of the society by and large.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And most of you jakes can't go into that quote unquote educational system that way. So again, you being indoctrinated not to be able to see these things. But I wanted to grab a real quick precept out just to bag up that Revelations 2 and 10. You know what I'm talking about? Real quick. And it reads, it says, Sirach, or rather Ecclesiastes 4 and 28, and it reads, it says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI shall fight for thee. Going back to that scripture real quick, I want to bring that back up. I should have read it first. Going back to that Revelations 2 and 10, and it reads 2 and 10, and it reads, it says, fear none of these things which thou shall suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Right there. It says, so that you may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. And it says, be thou faithful unto death. And in conjunction with Sirach 4 and 28. It says, strive for the truth unto death. And we have examples throughout the scriptures, we ain't got to grab them, but there's examples in Daniel, to my three sons that went into the furnace, man, strive, stand on what you stand on, even if you face with death, going into the second Maccabees with the women and the 7 sons, stand on what and also in the second Maccabees,
with Alizar.
Stand on what you stand on, man, because guess what? What they're going to push down the pipe, they stand on that. They're not going to veer from what they're going to do to you. You understand? They're going to do just what like the scripture say, he's a deceiver. He's going to deceive you into a place of uncomfortability. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna forward out his plans that he got planned for you. So you might as well on the flip side do the same thing, man. Real quick, you got it out. Sirach 4:28, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for you. And just like YAHAWASHI Mashiach stood in that furnace with the brothers, you know what I'm talking about? He's gonna be right there with you, man. But you gonna have to stand on it now. You got to go, brother.
And it goes into going again, preparing, man. Setting your mind on what's the gain in the kingdom to come, man. Okay, and that's what goes into storing your treasures up in heaven, as the brother just read at Revelation 12 and 12. Rejoice, ye that's in the heavens, man, because that's where our mind's at, because that's where our treasure is at. All right, so Lord willing, we keep the spirit on us, and the Lord continue to increase us in the spirit. Man, we have nothing here to attach to, man. Hey, the scripture talk about those, the elect, that love not their lives unto death, man. That means, because we already understand that the Lord said he's going to give us back what we lose on this side 100-fold when he returns, man. And that's facts, man. And we believe that. We wholeheartedly hope in that. So, man, what is this, man? All our lives since we've been here, man, it's been nothing but hell and torture, man. Misery. Around each corner, goddamn, it could be death, confusion, or bullshit, man. So what is it here, man? Why try and prolong prolong the bullshit? That, man. Well, our lives are in the bosom of YAHAWASHI. We understand it. We know it. That's why we teach it. And Lord willing, Lord, keep the spirit on us to endure to the end. And real quick, you'll grab then I'm gonna get some more of this. Matthew 6 and 19 through 21. And then what it said, woe to them that dwell on the earth. That's 2/3 of our people, man. That what they can't let go of the carnal assets that come with being attached to Esau, Edom, being attached to this system. A lot of Jakes are willingly ignorant because they don't want to let go of what they have here. But man, fuck that shit, man. Fuck that. What do you have here? Everything you have here, you pay taxes on. It don't belong to you. As we're about to get into the executive orders of FEMA, or when they declare martial law, okay, which is going to happen, whatever you have is theirs. Your cars, your rain, your water, your farmland, you yourself, it belongs to them. So what do you have? Okay, you got a house paid for, but you still have to pay property taxes on where the house sits. You still got to pay utilities. I mean, come on, man. Before you even get your check, you go cash your check, or your check get deposited into your account. It's been taxed. Then you got to pay taxes again. I mean, you want to get a loan, the interest rates are goddamn above and beyond. You end up getting a loan, you got to pay it back. You get a loan for $3,000, you end up paying goddamn $4,000, $4,500 back. And it depends on the interest rate. Sometimes your ass might pay it back twice. This place is not set up for you, Jake. This is not our rest. And we're about to get into it, but Jake is willingly ignorant. Jake don't, oh man, or whatever. They stuck in the now. They ain't looking towards the kingdom. But it is what it is. You got it, brother.
And it's Matthew 6 and 19. It reads, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth,
right,
where moth and rust do it corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Right. So what? You mean that's self-explanatory. Everything you have here is corruptible. Your fucking car, you get a brand new car. It can be a week, a month later. Goddamn, the alternator go out on the motherfucker or something. The top pop. Raw. It can be taken from you at any given time. Let you skip a payment on anything. It can be taken from. Shit,
that is
executive orders of FEMA. When your shit, even still, if you got paid for land and acres and all that, you still pay taxes. And then when they declare, they ain't even got to declare. The government can come up with any goddamn reason why they can take your land from you. If they are trying to buy you out, you don't want to get sell to them. They'll come up with ways to goddamn to terrorize your ass, to force your ass to leave. It's been done. Look at the history. It's been done. What you always say, check this man's track record.
And he has a law, what they call eminent domain. You feel what I'm saying? That's they come in and take your land. And exactly. and to your point, because you marrying that to the scriptures beautifully. Let me make that more evident what the brother's saying about when we read the scripture again. May I?
You hey, bro. Sure.
Okay, come. Matthew 6:19 and read, lay up not for yourselves treasures upon earth. These houses, these cars, land, you know what I'm talking about? Those are the treasures it's talking about. Because guess what? All of these things have to go through what I call a registration. Now look that up in the Law's dictionary. Registration. It says where moth and rust do it corrupt. It says, and where thieves break through and steal. How they break through and steal? In the contract. It's in the contract. You don't own shit. I just did a video going into where it showed a certain matter of fact, hold up just a second. I got it.
Go ahead, Doc.
Hold up. I got it.
Hey, while you getting that up, I'm gonna finish that
go ahead, Doc.
I'm gonna finish that Psalm 64 out, going back into them policies.
Okay, come. I'm gonna grab this real quick just to prove a point. You got it, though.
You got it already?
No. Go ahead, you got it.
But this back in Psalm 64. And
yeah, I got it right here. I got it right here.
Go ahead. You got
here it is right here. To prove that when it says right here, where it says Matthew 6:19, it says, lay up not for yourselves treasures upon earth where moth and rust do it corrupt and where thieves break through and steal. Now check this out. I'm gonna just show the document. Show the document. And here we are right here. This is the one in particular. And I'm gonna read it to you. And it says, you own no property. Slaves cannot own property. Going back to the educational system. See, all this stuff is tied in. It's one big magical spell that you've been put under. You feel what I'm saying? It says, you own no property. Slaves cannot own property. Read the deeds to your property that you think is yours.
Right.
You are listed as a tenant. And here's the Senate bill to prove it, the Senate document to prove it. It says Senate document 43, 73rd Congress, first session. So they already had these things cooked up for you. So when it says that where thieves can break through and steal, it's talking about the same man that stole the land. He ain't did all that murdering and pillaging and killing and deceiving to turn around and sell you some shit and one time sell offer and it's just yours. That don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? Again, you got to go into a search. You have to search these things out. You know what I'm saying? And lo and behold, he's being exposed for these things now because the prophets have been put on the scene. You got to go, bro.
Hey, you grab that beautiful. Finish that. That Matthew's out. Then we're gonna get back into that Psalm. Then I'm gonna read some more a little bit.
Okay. So I'm going this back in Matthew 6:20 now, and it says, "But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven,
right,
where neither moth nor rust do it corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal."
Right, because our lives are in the heavens, in the going back to it in the bosom of YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI, and we understand that. And the Lord is going to give us what? Immortality. We're going to the corrupt, going to put on the incorruptible. So everything that comes with that is going to be what? Incorruptible. Our lives, everything that we have is going to be eternal, man. Okay, it's going to be uncorrupted, man. Okay, our riches, our family, our houses, all these different things, man. Our happiness, our peace. We're gonna obtain that through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man. So, man, everything that we have here, we got the proof. We read it, brother, read it. The precepts back it, man. We don't have nothing here. No continuing city, no nothing. This is not our rest. Why store up things here? Why invest in goddamn put all your time and energy trying to chasing a fantasy? Chasing a goddamn fantasy. Why? Because Esau has indoctrinated the people to what? To believe a lie. Okay, he's romanced the whore. And 2/3 of our people are still in that mindset of being a fucking whore because whatever Esau give them, they bite for it. He's the pimp and they the trick. And they being tricked good. Tricked on good. You got it, brother.
Okay, verse Matthews, back at that Matthews 6:21, and it says, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also."
That's where our mind's at. That's why we going into prophecy, going into the scriptures, going into different or executive orders, paying attention with the news. We exhorting, we praying, fasting, being brotherly, encouraging one another, praying for one another, seeking the kingdom daily, hating these goddamn these damn bullshit ass lives that we have now, preparing us for what? Hey, if it be our lot to lose them, whatever, man. We got all the examples that we need in these scriptures. Blessed is he that read it, man. Because we're in a time where, man, the devil, he's dropping that damn hammer, man. It opened up with a bang, and again, it's still busting, and this shit gonna go out with a bang, man. But that bang, we hoping and praying that we don't hear that sound. We hope just to see the after effects being baked up in the But you got it, brother. We gotta get that
that song. Okay. I'm gonna just start back at the top. I was right at the let me just start back at the top. This is Psalms 64:1, and it reads, it says, "Hear my voice, O Yahawah, in my prayers, preserve my life from fear of the enemy."
Right, and Jake don't even consider this damn devil their enemy, man. They consider this motherfucker their friend versus their enemy, though he's done showed them that he's the opposite of a friend. Okay, but see, the elect are praying that the Lord, swiftly take this damn devil down, and that the Lord protect us from this devil, man, and his plots and his plans. Okay, but with prayer comes action as well. We have to have the faith that the Lord has already answered, and we got to have the action behind it to what? To move forward as good servants, good stewards of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. You got it, brother.
Verse 2, back in Psalm 64, verse 2, it reads, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." Right,
and the elect are going to be hid, man. Okay, yes, some of us are going to be caught up in concentration camps, but hey, the Lord say, don't fear him that kill the body, fear him that kill the body and the soul. So our life is in the hands of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, not this devil. Even if we caught up in these concentration camps, some of us going to be beheaded. Well, we still in the bosom of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Perfect example. Look what he did for Stephen. Okay, he took the spirit out of Stephen's body. He didn't feel that. And how much more, with the 7 sons, okay, and Eleazar, other examples. Hey, the Lord could have did the same thing, numb the pain, man. Okay, we got to have faith, man. The Lord say what? Again, what the brother just read, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee, man.
And shall fight for thee.
You see how Esau, how he got his medical system when Jake people going through pain and having surgery done on him. What he do? He put them under anesthesia or goddamn give them a whole bunch of goddamn medicine to dope them up where they don't feel it. So how much more in the spirit, man, of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, righteousness, man. Okay, we gotta have the faith, man. You got it, brother.
Back in that song,
they're not gonna be, put down, man. But regardless, we gotta propel. You got it up.
Come on, brother. Come on. It says, verse 3, back in that Psalm 64 and verse 3, and it reads, it says, "Who whet their tongues like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words."
Right, and what's that? Their policies, their legislations, man.
So,
their policies and their legislation that they pass, been passed and constantly passing, man. You got it, brother.
If I may, just what I did a video. I've mentioned this in quite a number of my videos where I said that your rights, your civil rights. Just make a real quick point. We get back to it. Your civil rights, right? Your rights that was afforded to you through the civil rights stuff. That Martin Luther King and all that era right there. I've been trying to find that law because I believe they scrubbed that, but I'm trying to find that law where it says that every 10 years those civil rights have to be voted for to be still enacted, and you know, for you to have civil rights, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and
real quick, we just seen an example of that with Trump taking away that.
That is, that's the point. That's the point. And guess what I said in one of my videos? The fact that Trump, one of my latest videos, I think last night, But anyway, I said, hey, that's the spirit. Now this man has been set up to take them rights from you. So you that's been listening to my videos, you think I'm just not dumb, you know, but the Lord came around back full circle to validate what I've been saying. What you just said, that's one of the executive orders right there. To take away those civil rights. Yep. But that was just a side note. Bit of words. Okay, back in that Psalms 64:4, and it reads that they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
And what's that? His policies, his executive orders. The UN.
Yep.
UN Council. You got it, brother.
It says, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately.
So what they commune, they come together. These different Esau, Edom, and these other nations, man. Elam, Ishmael, Ham, so on and so forth, man. They come together to lay traps for the Israelites, man.
Yep.
You know, it's all directly at the Israelites. Because why don't you say nothing about goddamn taking something away from the Chinamen? They come over here and goddamn Moab come over here and goddamn they get all of the tax.
They reap all the benefits of the policies, the tax policies,
exactly.
The loan policies, any policies that they put forth. Just like they had a hate bill during the Biden administration for the so-called Chinese man. You know, a couple of motherfuckers got hit upside the head, and they immediately went and drawed up a bill. But all that was staged because they tried to blame Jake for doing it, but everybody who inflicted that type of violence on the so-called Chinaman, it was a damn white boy.
Right.
That shit was staged. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You can look at some of the different TV shows and movies, documentaries that they have. They came out with calling them the chinks and shit. You know, and torture goddamn Moab.
Bro.
Got it, brother. Hey, you got it,
God. It says back with Psalm 64:4. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them?
Right. Who shall see them? But they've been exposed through the spirit of power. YAHAWASHI, the Lord see you. And he's exposing. And he's having your own people expose you, man. The whistleblowers and shit, man. Hey, the Lord is bringing that. Everything is being manifest, man. Okay, through the spirit and power. YAHAWASHI. You know, so yeah, you being seen, you know. And very soon, you about to get shot at from YAHAWASHI. You got it, brother.
Okay, I thought I'd grab one real quick. Let's go back. Okay, we're back in Psalm 64 and verse 6, and it reads, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep.
It's deep, man. They come up with all type of legislations and different ways to mess over Jake, man. The scriptures talk about what? They don't sleep unless they do evil, man. Sleep unless they do evil, man. So this devil has nothing good intended for you. But very soon, hey, the Lord is about to reward them, man. You got it up. We can finish up at 7. And then if you had a precept, and then I'll continue reading.
This is back in that Psalms 64 and verse 7, and it reads, but Yahawah shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded.
Exactly. And what's that? Going into what? Those thermonuclear missiles, man, taking this damn devil down, man. Okay. As well as his men getting spiritual powers on this side and kicking his ass, but mainly that going into those thermonuclear missiles, man, taking this man down, taking him out of power, destroying his system. Okay.
I want to grab that one more verse out because you had said that they telling on themselves. So I'm gonna read
Got
it to 8.
Okay, go ahead.
And this is verse 8. Just the back the point of the brother there. They telling making their own. They're telling on themselves for the most part. Verse 8, and it reads, so that they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's what you're seeing, man. That's why these other nations are booting up at their ass, man. You know what I'm talking about? All her friends, talking about what I think it's in Isaiah. So where all her friends, Lamentations, one of them where it says all her friends shall become her enemies. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab that real quick. Something that happened to us is happening to them. Now, you feel what I'm saying? Real quick, I'm gonna grab this and you got it, brother. This is let me see, Lamentations 1. And this right here says, and this happened to us, sorrows of Zion, right? It says Lamentations 1 and 1, and it reads, it says, how do the city sit? Well, let me get straight to the point. Verse 2, it says, she weep sore in the night, and her tears are on her cheeks among all her lovers. She had none to comfort her. All her friends have dealt treacherously with her. They are become her enemies. And when you get into Isaiah real quick, Isaiah, what it is, Isaiah, let me see, Isaiah 33 real quick. You got it, Slocky. This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1, and it reads, the subtitle is the judgment of Yahawah. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled. And that goes into America, man, pushing that demonic vibration across the whole planet, man. Got everybody to join on to her Kool-Aid. You know what I'm talking about? It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. So, hey, again, man, going back to Revelation 12 and 12, man. Hey, man, she got a short time. She trying to plea now. She's trying to cop a plea, still appealing to these different nations and whatnot. But it's not working, man. The Lord has exposed her, man. By way of the prophets. She's being exposed. These people have no other choice but to see America for what she is, man. You know what I'm talking about? You got it, brother.
That beautiful point up. Let me go. I'm gonna get back into some more, some more of this FEMA. Into it. It goes into history. It says FEMA was created on April 1st, 1979, pursuant to President Jimmy Carter's executive orders. See, it says 12127. It promulgated the Federal Insurance Administration, the National Fire Prevention Control Administration, the National Weather Service, Community Preparedness Program, Federal Preparedness Agencies, and Federal Disaster Agency Administration activities, formerly carried out by the Department of Housing and Urban Development. It also took over civil defense from the Department of Defense, which was in charge of preparing citizens for military attack. Come on now.
Yeah, it is.
So I let you know FEMA is taking over this, but who's running FEMA? The elites, man.
The elites.
The elites, man.
Yep.
It says, and he passed all that to give more power to the elites, man.
Mm-hmm.
People go right over your heads, man. It says in 1993, Bill Clinton turned the directorship of FEMA into a cabinet position. Come on now. It says in 2003, FEMA became part of the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, Emergency Preparedness and Response Directorate. Salaki, shit. Okay, I fucked up on that word, but like I said, I'm gonna leave the link in the description box. It says the stated purpose of FEMA is to reduce the loss of life and property and protect the nation from all hazards, which that's BS, including natural disasters, active terrorism, and other man-made disasters. Come on now. And what we've been going on over there in California. And so that lets you know right there. So the power, they can easily implement FEMA, martial law by what? Staging these different terrorist attacks. You got a point? You got it up.
No, what you just said. What? Read that point again. That last point you just read.
It said, including natural disasters, active terrorism, and other man-made disasters.
Man-made. Now, we have been coming on here and showing different tidbits of information, showing you that this man has technology where he can see clouds. He has a weapon, because anything that the army goes into, or rather the military goes into development, that's a weapon. That HAWP is a weapon. That thing, and it's a known fact amongst the communities that thing can cause earthquakes and whatnot, nuclear blasts, or nuclear. It could have the effect like a nuclear weapon without the fallout. They also have what they call the direct energy weapons. You feel what I'm saying? Man-made disasters. And who swooped in after all of this shit that happened over here in Maui and California and whatnot? And there's plenty of clips that you can find where you see a beam coming out the sky. You know, talking about melting cars.
Right.
I've worked as a metal worker for all of 30 years, and I know the temperature it takes to melt steel. You feel what I'm saying? But you still got bushes and shrubs around the house that are still standing.
Right.
That's a direct hit. You follow what I'm saying? Going to what? Your man-made disasters. They put it in the legislation. And now here it is, some 40, 50 years later, it's right there in your face.
Right.
But you can't make the connection because you don't go back and read these documents, man.
Right.
You don't keep up with the time frame of the 79 to 2025. So all of that in between, you just are like a 5-year-old child, man. You can't make sense of heads or tails.
The only thing they stuff with goddamn drugs and hip hop and candy.
Daddy, you got it, bro.
By leading and supporting the nation in a risk-based, comprehensive emergency management system of preparedness, protection, response, recovery, and mitigation. Salaki. It's a FEMA most note. Let me see. The boom. Basically, it's about to go on. Home. When they came on the scene. I'm gonna skip through it. Like I said, I'm gonna just hit some points. It says some have criticized FEMA's failure as being due to focus on civil defense, continually of government and terrorism response program to determine of its natural disaster response readiness. And we see how it took them so long to come down on the coast, man. When Katrina hit, we about to get into it. It says it is further, but it's for your defense. It's for all these different things to prepare you and protect you. That's BS. It says it is further alleged that Hurricane Katrina was used to test run of a continuity of government programs, allowing FEMA to rehearse. World is a stage to rehearse rounding up and relocating large number of people to camps, suspending their constitutional rights, and militarizing the region with the help of private military contractors, mercenaries. Blackwater USA, a private security company, was used in the aftermath of Katrina. Come on now.
And you think that was just by happenstance? That
right.
was all staged. What you just said out? The Earth is a stage.
It's a stage.
Mm-hmm.
It's a stage. And who to say they ain't use HARP to cause Katrina?
All of these so-called natural disasters. You have earthquakes, and the scripture said there'll be earthquakes in what? Diverse places. The Lord already know that you done went all this time and no earthquakes, right?
Right.
These machines, this technology can cause earthquakes. The HARP can have the effect of a nuclear blast without the fallout. What do nuclear blast do? It starts earthquakes.
Yep.
You know.
Come on, brother. I got some more. I'm gonna keep. It says.
You got it, brother.
You got a precept?
No. I've been reading some. You got it, brother. Keep going. You got it.
This Rex 84 and Operations Garden Plot. It says readiness exercise 1984 Rex 84 is an emergency response program involving the implementation of martial law, the movement, and we see the buildup. They man-made, natural. You can look at it. They've been testing goddamn that HARP machine. Look at all this shit that just happened on the coastline and going on, man, just out of nowhere. These wildfires. They've been testing all these different weapons, man.
Yep.
They rehearse it. They preparing to what? To gather you up, man. They preparing also for what? Civil unrest. All these different things they preparing for, man. It's all balled up into one. one piece of tow that's gonna light on fire. It says the movement of civilian population and the arrest and detainment of segments of population. A rehearsal of the program was carried out April 5th, 2013. See, 1984, which is the Rex 84 program, was led by FEMA and the Department of Defense and involved the coordination of 34 other federal departments of agencies. Rex 84 was mentioned during the Iran-Contra hearing and the publicity exposed by Miami Herald on Sunday, July 5th. It says similar large-scale emergency preparedness drills have taken place regularly since the most recently announced, organized by Northcom. What they just had out there a couple years back in California, where they had the military National Guard out there flying around, Black Hawk helicopters and shit. They practicing.
Yep.
It says to provide federal military support during domestic civil disturbance. They preparing for all these different things. They setting it up. It says one example of the program implementation was during the 1992 Los Angeles riot when U.S. Army and Marine forces were used in conjunction with the California National Guard. In Los Angeles, an executive order was made to permit the use of federal army to uphold domestic law pursuant to the 1878 Post Continuum Act, which placed restrictions on the domestic use of military for law enforcement purpose. Now watch. Recently, however, Section 1076 Public Law 109364 or the John Warner Defense Organization Act of 2007 H.R.5122 has amended Posse Comitatus and the Insurrection Act, which also places limits on domestic military development to allow the federal government to unilaterally take control of state National Guard and position federal troops anywhere in the country during a public emergency. And we just see that these federal agencies, they use Blackwater, they use militia, man. I mean, not militia. Damn, what is it? Hold on, let me get back to it. I forgot the damn word. They use Norcom. Salakia, real quick.
Got it, bro.
I just read it. Them different them troops that the mercenaries.
Mercenaries, yeah.
You know, so to let you know, man, when all hell breaks loose, they can't count. They ain't gonna really count on goddamn U.S. military. They gonna be off on in the Middle East fight. They gonna have hired in professionals, mercenaries.
That's an executive order that
you went.
Dad, no. You said it. That's it. UN gonna take over.
Mm-hmm. It says throughout the 1960s, numerous presidential executive orders were issued to this day. Yeah. It says authorizing federal agencies to take over essential functions. See, essential, that's your water, that's your travel, your grocery store, that's your power companies, all these different things that's essential to your life. So your life, they have the power. It's in their hands, especially when they declare martial law, a state of emergency. All right. I'm gonna read it over. It says throughout the 1960s, numerous presidential executive orders were issued authorizing federal agencies to take over essential functions in the case of a declared emergency. The powers included, among many others, the authority of the federal government to take over transportation, infrastructure, including highways, seaports, food resources, and farms, and mobilize citizens into government supervised work brigades, concentration camps. It says on May 9, 2007, President George Bush reasserted the role of the federal government during a declared emergency by issuing executive orders NSPD 51/HSPD-20. The order states that in the event of a catastrophic emergency, all national essential functions may be taken over by the executive branch of government and Department of Home Security, including FEMA. Come on now, they letting you know what they about to do, what they got stored for you.
Yep. Yep.
And then you got it. I'll go ahead.
Real quick precept. What you say? They letting you know what they about to do to you, right? This is Ecclesiastes.
Yo, Salakia. I don't know what happened to the feed, Salakia. I hope the brother phone ain't Oh, there we go. There you go.
Somebody called in on me. You know, I ain't technologically, you know.
You probably had to put it on Do Not Disturb, but you got it up.
Real quick, this is just going in, just back that point what you just said. They already letting you know, so they got a trap already set for you. They already had the trap set. That's what these executive orders goes into, because unbeknownst to you, that when that president comes in, those first 100 days is a dictatorship. He doesn't have to fly this by Congress or the Supreme Court. He just signed into law these things, and they go right in, no resistance whatsoever. So you have what you call a dictatorship. Go ahead.
Does not what we just read and what's been going on.
That's it.
Not draconian measures.
That's it. That's it. And that gives credit to what's just been in them few words you just read it and gave credit to what I just said. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, real quick. Ecclesiastes 9 and 12, it says, For men also knoweth not the time, as the fish that are taken in an evil net, and as birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. And these things, these evil times are here. That net has already been cast. That's the net right there. These, what you call them out? These draconian laws. You see what I'm saying? That are being implemented at the right time. Mind you, they're written decades before time, but for a present time. You see what I'm saying? Right. They already got the net out there laid up for you. You ain't went into you can't it's gonna be illegal to get rainwater. That's been the case for a while too. You know what I'm talking about? Because why? They chemtrail the sky. They have the patent on the water that falls out the sky.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And when you get into the real crux of it all, he's genetically modified the human being. You know what I'm talking about? Giving you foods that is not real. You know what I'm talking about? What do you say? He's giving information to the RNA and the DNA.
Yep.
So he holds a patent on you. Exactly. All he got left to do now is insert his thing in you now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? And you his. You bought and paid for. Yep. But unlike the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, who's been bought and paid for through the blood of YAHAWASHI. And that's what this all is culminating to.
Exactly.
I got a real quick read. This is the Enforcement Act of May 1880. Listen, and this is when in 1871 your so-called Constitution was done away with.
Mm-hmm.
It was done away with. That's a history that you have to get into. The reason why Abe Lincoln and all that, paved the way to get rid of the Constitution.
Yep. Okay. Going back to the 70s, it was already put in motion.
Exactly.
Because look, when they declare a state of emergency, we reading it. What you about to get into? Your Constitution is done.
It's over with.
Over with.
This is I'm gonna read just a real quick paragraph out of this. It says right here, it says in its first effort to contract such use of violence and intimidation, Congress passed the Enforcement Act. Now I'm just jumping straight to a point there. So like if I'm not giving the lead up, it says Congress passed the Enforcement Act of May 1880, which prohibited groups of people, check this out, from banding together or to go and discuss upon the public highways Who they talking about? So what they trying to do? They trying to you feel what I'm saying? This act is being enacted on the prophets, you know, and I know they know of this because we see the little slick scheming shit that they do, and then they'll try to put it on, you know, and try to put it at the feet of so-called black people. They're already saying that you the problem for all the things that are happening there. And then they got laws and acts going back to the 1800s where it says the Enforcement Act of May 1870, which prohibited groups of people from banding together or to go and discuss upon the public highways or upon the permiss of another,
Right, private. You remember real quick what we just encountered at camp
at the bank.
At the bank, yep.
You know saying?
And tried to say he was the manager of the
parking lot.
The whole parking lot that is private property, but he's giving us he don't mind us, basically saying I give you permission to teach right here. But shit, like I told him, I already talked to when we first set that spot up, talk to the police. They say long as we within 7 feet of a service road, we good. But we just see how everything is working through the spirit. Real soon, we ain't gonna be out there. We see how Trump passing all these different bills. The takeaway, as you say, even more so of your Constitution. Now your black ass can get fired for being a black ass.
For being a black ass.
Now you can get fired for work, believing in what you believe in. Come on now.
It says real quick, it says for permission of others, it says with the intention of violating civil constitutional rights, even this legislation did not diminish. It says, listen to this, even this legislation did not diminish harassment of black voters in some areas. So guess what? All the laws are sent around. This particular law didn't diminish them harassing you. But it specifically, in so many ways, it's specifically talking to you.
Exactly. And what you read is intentional.
Intentional. You got to know, brother.
Done. I'm gonna read a little bit more on that and then on this, got these few precepts. It says it's labeled the detainment counts, development and construction. In August 2002, then Attorney General John Ashcroft called for American citizens who are deemed enemy combatants, going against the system, but standing up for what they believe in, that don't agree with Babylon, aka America, says to be detained indefinitely without charge and independently of the
jurisdiction.
Judiciary, Judiciary. Shit, I can't pronounce.
Hey, I'll read that again.
It says, it says in August 2002, then Attorney General John Ashcroft called for American citizens who are deemed enemy combatants to be detained indefinitely without charge and independently of the
But hey, listen, what is Guantanamo Bay about?
You got it.
What is that about? What Guantanamo Bay is about? Due process. They're talking about doing away with due process.
That is
due process. You'll be without being charged. Now, it's been an uptick.
You don't have the right to remain. You got it.
There's been an uptick on what in the past 10, 12 years. They got them no-knock warrants. Those no-knock warrants. That girl up in Tennessee or somewhere, she worked for the ambulance service, and they came and they shot up her place and whatnot while she was in her place and whatnot. These no-knock warrants. Due process has been done away with. And I heard one of those politicians actually go into that point on that video that I just did. But I don't want to keep the spirit flowing, brother. You got
a judiciary or something. Yeah. But when you just broke it down, it says this legal position was upheld in the case of a U.S. citizen detained abroad. See, it didn't happen. These accounts going to these sections and legislation with them lawyers in the courtroom to a case such and such because it didn't already happen. It says this legal position was upheld in the case of a U.S. citizen detained abroad by the 4th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeal in a January 2003 ruling. It says in October 2006, the Military Commission Act was passed by Congress. The legislation applied to non-U.S. citizens. That's the cover-up, but it applies to U.S. citizens and permit individuals labeled as enemy combatants to be imprisoned indefinitely without charge it also denies non-military tribunal, a tribunal, judicial review of detainment, meaning your ass, they throw your ass away, you get lost in the system. And we see how he's doing with ICE with the Northern Kingdom. It says 7 disregarded international treaties such as the Geneva Convention and states that it is the president who defines what constitutes torture. So we understand what Trump was bringing back: public death, public
execution,
guillotine, so on and so forth. So it's the president. What we just read, the president dictates, okay, what is considered goddamn constitutional, constitute torture. It say in January 2007, the American Civil Liberty Union released a report based on documents obtained by Freedom of Information Act suits showing that the Pentagon had monitored at least 186 anti-military protests in the United States and collected more than 2,800 reports involving Americans in an anti-terrorist threat database. See, it's all been plotted. It's all been everything. The stage is set. Okay. It says, for some time, FEMA has been renovating and constructing new detention camps throughout the country. In January 2006, Halliburton subsidiary KBR announced that it had been awarded an indefinite quantity contract to construct detention facilities for the Department of Home Security, DHS, worth a maximum of $385 million over 5 years. So they done with the process. Everything is already staged, man. That's why it's now it behooves Jake to get right with YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, because we're going to be tried. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. It says stated purposes, and I'm almost done. Little has been said about the purpose of detainment camps, but when officials they say little has been said, we done read enough. It say little has been said about the purpose of the detainment camps, but when officials' comment has been made, it has stated that the camps are for temporary detainment of illegal immigrants. That's a lie. It says quantity and location. Citizens who are concerned about the purpose of the potential use of the potential use of the detainment camps have documented and, when possible, filmed the detainment facilities, and currently estimate of the number of detainment camps in over 800 located in all regions of the United States with varying maximum capacity. If one includes government buildings currently used for other purposes, the number is far greater. Videos of renovated but empty detainment camps have been also released, and we seen that it was a video we watched a while back. Remember where that Edomites was on their dirt bikes and they rolled through them old concentration camps out there in the mountains.
Oh yeah. So did. Come.
But this is the point on that. That this is what your Esau, Edom, the government has planned for you, Jakes, man. Particularly you, Jakes, we sticking to, man. We forget the other nations, but this is what Esau has planned for you, man. No rights, taking everything away from you using scare tactics. Either you're gonna bow down, you're gonna become his, or you're gonna die for what you believe in. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man. Ain't no in betweens, man. Because if you believe in JC, No Penny, Buddha, Allah, and all this, you're gonna conform to the system because Esau promotes that. He allows that to function, man. But it's the hate speech comes from what the Hebrew Israelites, man. Okay, we black Hebrew Israelites, we terrorists, we hate and all this and that. What the Lord hates, man. We ain't doing nothing but prophesy. We ain't out there. Well, you got some camps, we not affiliated with. They be out there marching and all that, man. We teach the word, man. That's it. Stand up on the highways and byways, okay, the corners and edges, and teach the word, and that's it. We ain't out there with guns, hollering and screaming at Esau no, we just teaching the word, man. Okay, we ain't threatening nobody. We issuing in the kingdom of Yahshua, the kingdom of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, by spreading the gospel, the good news to who? The Israelites, man. That's all we doing. All right, but just as we just read, we just constantly have to prepare, man. All right, constantly have to prepare. And you got a precept?
No, you got it, brother.
And you'll grab Psalms 59 and 1 through 3, Bob Kushah.
Psalms 59, 1 through 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Okay, Slocky, let me grab that real quick. This is Psalms 59. This slow motherfucker. This is Psalms 59. Real quick. This is Psalms chapter 59 and verses 1 through 3, right?
Yeah, you got it, brother.
Okay, come. Okay, and it reads, it says, deliver me from my enemies, O my power, defend me from them that rise up against me.
Right, and those prayers start now, man. When you hear this word, when you first come into this truth, you have to get on it, man. Get the ball rolling, man. All right, and it's supposed to be an everyday thing, man. Okay, stirring up your treasures, calling and begging on the Lord to constantly keep your walk safe, man, to guide you through your everyday life, man. Okay, you got it, brother. And ultimately, it's going to what our salvation, man. But we have to stay the course. You got it, Oxalot.
And then just to back up what you just said, it says in this particular subtitle, it says prayer for deliverance from enemies. Okay, verse 2, it reads, back in that Psalm 59 and verse 2, deliver me from the workers of iniquity,
right,
and save me from the bloody men.
And what we see, the bloody men, we just read their works that they got prepared and cooked up. Bloody men, man. Bloody taking away your right, man, to live, so to speak. You know, your right to society, so to speak, man. Taking everything from you, man. That includes your children. If it's your life, that includes everything that's attached to your life. So that just sums it up right there. Okay. And if you don't conform to his way, to his system, what he's gonna do? Put you down. But you got these exhorting videos. What they teach these lessons, man. Commanded by YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man, to exhort, to build. Okay, the Lord uses each individual household member of the household member of faith. Okay, what? To exhort, man, to spread the good news. Look, regardless of what you go through, the Lord is with you, man. Okay, look what the Lord went through. And he raised up from what? Eternity, man. He's sitting at the right-hand side of the Father. Okay, look what the men that followed the spirit of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI went through, man. And they was delivered, man. Okay. The Lord commended those men, man, through the spirit, man. That's why they written about. We read about these certain men, and the men that it's not written about, hey, what it is written about, we don't got the books, but sticking to what we have, hey, man, they commit through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. We see these men were written in the book of life, man. Okay, so the Lord commended them. All right, from the beginning, the elect. You got it, Oxalot.
Real quick, and just like you said, we have the examples, and it says, I believe in the book of Romans, this was written for our exhortation, our learning, our instructions. You know what I'm talking about? This is what we fall back on, man. You know what I'm talking about? To see how to conduct ourselves. What did the men of old do? You follow what I'm saying? And when they call upon the Lord, what did the Lord do? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All of these things are set and right there on the papers for us to see and to give us that confidence, you know. Real quick, I got a real quick precept.
You got it. Go ahead.
Psalms 59 and 2. I'm gonna read that again. It reads, "Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, and save me from the bloody men." And just to bag that point, this is going. I must just jump to Psalms 73 and a real quick point. And it reads right here. It says Psalm 73 and 5, and it reads, and 6. It says, "Therefore pride compasses them as a chain, violence covers them as a garment." But when you get into Psalms 17 and 13, real quick, the Lord, he's called what? The sword of the Lord. These are those bloody men. And I'm going to grab that real quick, and we're going to get right back to the read, brother.
You got it. Go ahead.
This is Psalm 17 and verse 13, and it reads, it says, "Arise, O Lord Yahawah, disappoint him. Cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." This is talking about the same man right here in Psalm 59. "Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, and save me from the bloody men." You know, and that goes into all of these ratchet ass heathens. When you can find it in Psalms 83. Okay, moving on, Psalms 59 and 3, and it reads, "For lo, they lie in wait for my soul. The mighty are gathered against me. Not for my transgression, nor for my sin, O Lord Yahawah." It says, where you want me to go to? Read to?
Verse 3.
Okay, that was it right there. I'm gonna read verse 3 again.
Yeah,
it says, I'm gonna start at the top because that was broken.
Hey, Salaki, in that word, I just thought about it. It was judicial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
judicial.
Judicial.
That means you fall within that
judicial.
That means you fall within that jurisdiction.
I'm sitting here counting Salaki. I got that's why I was pausing. I'm like, hold on, I can't let that get the best of me. It was
judicial.
Judicial. Yeah, you brother.
You wrestle with that one. You wrestle with that one.
It's a contest. But
that's all right. That's all right. I'm gonna read that Psalm 59 again. Again, a prayer of deliverance from enemies. Okay, and I'm gonna start back at 1 through 3, and it reads. It says, "Deliver me from my enemies, O my power, Yahawah. Defend me from them that rise up against me. Deliver my."
Know who their enemies are. Man.
Yep, yeah, they don't.
They praying. They praying for a new car, some women, and some money. You know?
Hey, they praying for the so-called white man.
They praying for him.
You see that nigga preach?
Yeah.
It's like you ain't see that, for lack of a better word, you ain't see that nigga preaching from Detroit at that prayer breakfast for Donald Trump. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He was standing up there on the pulpit.
Yeah. He was standing at the podium praying. Yeah. So they praying for they praying for them.
Yeah. God. Not on the pulpit, but he was on the podium.
The podium, yeah.
Yeah, the podium with he had the little fro.
Yeah, him. That nigga.
Yeah, I seen that book. Yeah.
It says, verse 2, deliver me from the workers of iniquity and save me from the bloody men. For lo, they lie in wait for my soul. The mighty are gathered against me, for not my transgression, nor for my sin, O Lord Yahawah.
Right. So we understand, and the Lord gonna save us from it, man. Lord willing, we of the household of David, the household of faith, man. The Lord gonna save us from it. And they don't gather, they gather against us, as you would say, unconstitutionally. They don't have nothing on us, man. But because we speak YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, the words of the Lord, man. Hey, man, they hate it because it's against their agenda. It's against what they want. It's against their so-called New World Order, man. But you grab Baba Kushah, Psalms 109, 26 through 31, Baba Kushah.
Psalms 109 and the verses are
26 through 31.
26 through 31. Come on, got you. This is Psalms 109 and verse 26, and it reads, beautiful, beautiful. It says, help me, O Lord, Yahawah, my power. O save me according to thy mercy.
According to thy mercy, the sure mercies of David, and all the men that called upon the Lord, man, in the time of trouble. You know, it's the mindset we have to be in, man, because we know what he got planned. So we have to prepare constantly within our mind, exhorting, building our faith, reading, doing the work, staying occupied in the meditation thereof, man. Okay, constantly seeking the Lord's face daily. You got it, brother.
It says, verse 27, that they may know that this is thy hand, that thou, Lord Yahawah, has done it.
Exactly. And they're going to know very soon, man, when the men of the Lord that have to be martyrs, how they go out. Okay, when the Lord put the spirit on us, what to say, Lord willing, we of that elect number, regardless of if we live or we die. You know, for YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. We just want to be a part of that elect number, man. And the Lord keep his spirit upon us, man. Keep us from that hour of temptation where we don't bow down to this system. Okay. But hey, whether we live or we die, man, we live for YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. All right, Lord, the Lord has us. You got it up.
Verse 28, it says, let them curse, but bless thou.
But bless thou, man. The Lord is gonna bless. We're gonna bless the Lord, and the Lord gonna bless us, man. But let them curse us. Let them put all them snares and traps, man. The Lord gonna guide us up out of that, man. Okay. And the Lord gonna put this, going back to the Lord, gonna put the spirit on his men. They gonna know then that the Lord is with us. When the men that have to be martyrs go out and love not their lives to death, and the men that the Lord raise up that standard upon they get those spiritual powers, they gonna know that the Lord is amongst us, man. Okay, regardless, man. Okay, you got the account with the 7 sons, how Antiochus he was baffled at the courage and the dignity and the faith that those men had when they went out, man. He was baffled at it. He was pissed off because he seen he had no power working amongst them. You know, he seen
Yep.
that he couldn't scam. He couldn't use his fear tactics to get him to submit so he can scratch his ego and his pride can be uplifted. No, man. Esau knows, man, what we dealing with, man. What he dealing with and what we dealing with. We dealing with the king of the universe. We dealing with YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man. All right. Who's merciful to us, man, as long as we believe, man, to the Israelite, so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. And he know who he dealing with. He ain't got a chance, man. But see, that pride, the Lord say what? Pride puffs up. Pride goes before destruction. You got it, brother.
It says back in Psalms 109 and 28, it says, let them curse, but bless thou. When they arise, let them be ashamed, but let thy servant rejoice.
Right. They're going to be ashamed very soon, man. Very soon. Got it, brother.
Verse 29, let my adversaries be clothed with shame, and let them cover themselves with their own confusion as with a mantle. Mantle.
They're going to be dressed in it. Okay, right now they see in the clothes, they just ain't put them on yet, but the Lord gonna make them wear that shit. The Lord take this kingdom, this queendom down, take this man's system down, and when the Lord allow us to gather their ass up, man, they ain't gonna have no choice but to put it on.
Good, brother. Jeremiah 12. Well, let me keep reading. Verse 31, and it reads, I greatly praise the Lord Yahawah with my mouth. Yea, I will praise him among the multitudes. The multitude, brother.
Yep.
Verse 31.
Always these live streams. Okay. Exhorting the name of Yahawah and YAHAWASHI, man, who the word we call God and Jesus Christ, man. Okay, you got it, brother.
Verse 31. For he shall stand at the right hand of the poor to save him from those that condemn his soul.
Right. And the Lord is going to save us out of all these troubles, man. Out of all these troubles, everything that we go, we just have to stay faithful, man, to the end. The Lord is going to deliver us from it all, man. You just got to have that faith, man. Even though we understand, we know what's coming. We got coming down the pipe. They call it the pipeline. Okay, hey, this is what we're supposed to be doing, building out each other's faith, man. Okay, through the spirit and power, YAHAWASHI, preparing our minds for what's to come, man. Okay, because we all gonna be tried. I mean, ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. That's why we have to build our faith, man. Okay, going to 1 Peter, the first chapter, 6th verse, say our faith is gonna be put on trial. It's being put on trial today. But we're gonna have to take that final exam, man. Okay, you got it, brother.
Real quick, this is 49, Jeremiah 49 and 12, and it reads, for thus saith the Lord Yahawah, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So he in return is going to get what he put out. What the Lord said in Galatians, the Lord is not mocked, man. So whatever a man soweth, that's what he's going to reap. And this man has sown corruption, abomination, wickedness, perverseness throughout the whole planet. And it's going to come back on his ass twofold, man, because it says in Revelation, fill up her cup double.
Roll her double,
Yeah, run that motherfucker over. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna get what's coming to them in the end. But again, like the brother's saying, you know, we should be this should be more it should be more of evidence, or more of the word I'm searching for, that we should turn to the Lord, man, seeing what the things that are being played out on your TV screen by way of Fox News and CBS and MSNBC. These folks are gearing up to fight one another. They have in-house fights as we speak, you know, about those presidential pardons and whatnot. Man, they setting dangerous precedents. And in the meantime, in between time, you have Jake there all in the midst of them. You are going to be to blame if you don't get your ass out from amongst them folks, man. Because the Lord finna deal with them. He going to deal with them, you know. But that don't draw from the fact that they are setting traps. They have laid traps for you going back decades, man. You know. And now they're in position to goddamn to sweep your ass right on into the cracks.
That is.
But that was it to me, brother.
Well, we'll close out on Psalms 32, 5-7, Baba Kusha.
Okay, Psalms chapter 32. I got you. This is Psalms chapter 32 and verse 5. And it reads, I acknowledge my sin unto thee, and my iniquity have I not hid.
Right. So we have to repent, man. When you turn back to the Lord, man. When you hear this word, you Israelites, you hear this word, you're supposed to repent daily, man, and turn back to the Lord. So in that time of destruction, that great flood with these different troops, okay, Esau and his military power, hey, the Lord protects you, man. But you have to make it right with Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. But ultimately, it leads up to the fact that if you are the elect or not. That's why we pray and hope we are part of the elect. And as the scriptures say, put on as the elect, man. You got it.
It says, I acknowledge my sin unto thee, and my iniquity have I not hid. I said, I will confess my transgressions unto the Lord Yahweh, and thou forgavest the iniquity of my sin, Salah. Verse 6, for this shall everyone that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found. Surely in the floods of great waters
Flood of great waters represent what? Those troubling times, man.
Yep.
Okay. Esau come down with that great wrath, man. With
that
his
great wrath.
Military might, and UN troops, those different black water troops. Okay. Militia, not militia, shit. I keep forgetting mercenaries, private hired mercenaries that only give a damn about $1. They don't care about no life. You got it, brother.
Some robots and everything they got.
Yeah, I'm the shit. Can't forget about them.
He advertised them motherfuckers like new cars now.
Right.
It says, surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto him. Verse 7, thou art my hiding place. Hey, thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with psalms of deliverance. Selah.
And that's the mindset we have to have, man. Again, whether we live or we die. Hey, the Lord is our habitation, is our dwelling. Our mind has to be in heaven with the Lord, man. And then ultimately, the Lord also, we understand not all of Jake is the elect. They're going to be martyrs. Some of the brothers not going to be martyrs. Some of them will get those spiritual powers and get beamed straight up into the chairs. But the Lord going to protect all of the elect, regardless of through death or not, man, because of the mindset we're going to have, man. The mindset, man. All right. But that was basically, I had one more, but we basically didn't hit the points. So hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and to the point. Hey, we're gonna end it giving infinite honors, glory, and prayers to the Most High and His Son, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostle and elders, the great millstone, rule well, teaches this truth 100%, no cut. Double shalom and salutation to Akim, pushing his word across the four winds and true faith, sincerely giving our diligence. Quoting elect Yasha Allah and the Father, Baba Shalom.
Baba Shalom.